Let's explore strategies for reading the market and mastering profitable trading decisions.
On live screen, I instantly flipped my idea and I said, I'm taking a buy right here. That was our first trade. We took a buy and we sold right at this first presented fair value gap. Same thing up here, right? When we're reading price, we don't know if the price is going to continue up and take this liquidity today, right? It could just be building more liquidity up here. So what we're waiting for is the 1 hour candle to close, right? So we got a 1 hour candle to close above this swing high right here, which means that we're bullish, right? Which means what? In order for us to, keep going up, we want to see some type of a pullback. So that's the only reason why now I'm potentially looking for a sell, because I do think that maybe, just maybe, looking at all of this liquidity that I have circled on my chart, right, the market is going to start to want to target some of this liquidity. Plus, we just hit the midpoint of the new week opening gap, right? And then we're working within a very key, significant zone right here, right? So as I'm literally telling you guys that we're looking for a pullback, the market is literally pulling back right now. So how could you trade this? Well, the same thing that I did the first time, right? If I'm going to trade this, I want to use that swing high, that's liquidity up there, as a stop loss, right? Obviously, I want to wait for more structure on a 1 minute time frame, but that's going to be the stop loss I will want to use, possibly looking for the market to come all the way down here and target some of this liquidity, right? But we have to be real patient. Just because the risk to reward looks really good for this trade, this is where you need to learn how to read the 1 minute time frame so that you don't get into the trade too early. When I was in the trade early right here, I told you guys I was in the trade early. And I told you guys I was moving my stop loss quick if we sweep these lows, because it was going to wick right back up, which is exactly what we've seen happen. Right? So, sometimes you do real well when it comes to reading price. Other times, not so much. So let's see right here. Right here, what I just told you guys. Right, when you're using ICT concepts, you have to be very disciplined. So once I see price breaks above this new day opening gap, and then price breaks above this new week opening gap, I'm no longer looking for sales. Just that quick. All right, you have to have rules in place based on how ICT teaches, his gap theory. And this is why he get mad at so many people for teaching it, because a lot of people, they do not teach it the right way. Okay, so now, look at prices starting to really rip up. Like I said, this breakaway gap right here on a 1 minute time frame, I'm still interested in seeing if we're going to at least come down here now and sweep some more of this liquidity right there. Right, we can move this circle off of our chart now that that liquidity has been swept. Right, and now we're going to be looking to see, do we come down here, sweep this liquidity before going back up to the upside, right? And if we can do that, maybe we could catch this trade before it happened. But the reality is, I like to be done trading by 11:30. So if nothing happens within the next, 14 minutes, then I'm probably not even going to do anything. But so far, we're in this 1 minute range, and we have been respecting this 1 minute range. So as long as we're respecting this range, I can't really look for sales. All right, I can't really look for sales. I see this liquidity. I see our 1 minute range, discount zone, potential breakaway gap. I'm going to be looking for this market to pull back just to go higher, right? But the closer we get to the afternoon session, the harder it becomes to find a trade. We've taken 2 scalps, we've taken a buy, we've taken a sell. Sometimes you have to just be grateful for the little profits that you made on a day. especially when you're in down draw, right? When you're in down draw, you don't want to like keep forcing it. Obviously, we all want to get out of down draw as soon as possible, right? I would love to make 5% today and be out of down draw. I would love for that to happen, but you know, as I was reading price, I missed out on some good opportunities, right? I missed out even the buy that I was in. You know, if I would have stayed in it, this was my TP originally. So we would have gotten our 1 to 3, but that's something that I'm still working on myself, is trusting my trades to play out, right? Because a lot of times, you know, I like for my trades to go right up to TP. I don't like to sit through all of this chop, right? Because even now, even if I was still in that buy and it's not hitting TP fast enough, I probably would have still closed the trade, right? I'm not going to sit through this chop, and I'm not going to sit through this chop. So the reason why I'm telling you guys that is to say, don't beat yourself up about take profits, right? Your take profit levels. I was going for a 1 to 3. I got a 1 to 1, still in profits on the day. I'm happy, right? I am happy. We're just trying to take it one day at a time, get our account back into profits, and then keep it pushing. So I'm gonna move this off of my chart, and then we're just going to see what happens. As soon as this liquidity get taken on a 1 hour, then the session is pretty much done for me, because like that's the last level that I'm interested in, is this liquidity on the 1 hour chart that we had marked out from the very beginning of the video. So, you know, I hope this was a good video for you guys. I truly do. I hope this is a video that you guys can go back to and replay and learn a little something about ICT concepts, right? Notice how, you know, we only have taken 2 trades today, right? There was a couple of times where we was wrong with our analysis, but we waited, right? We waited for price. We waited for more information so that we wasn't, you know, faked out of the trade. And even right here, you guys can see we're getting a pullback right around this liquidity that I was telling you all about. Is this going to be the pullback to actually, you know, really start to go lower, or is this just a pullback just to continue higher, right, and take this liquidity? All right, I also want to look at the 5-minute chart, because when I'm looking for a pullback on the 5-minute, right, on this range that's on the 5-minute, I would like to see a swing high made, right? So overall, on the 5-minute chart, we have a swing low right there, swing high that's all the way up here. All right, so we know that we could possibly be dipping down all the way into here, you guys. So this could possibly be setting up for another sell. Right here, we want to see, does this 1-minute candle right here start to really go lower? You know, so far this is a small displacement, but we didn't break below any swing low, so I don't really trust this candle just yet, but all right, y'all, I'm going to end the screen right there. My camera just cut out on me, so I'm done, you guys.